Welcome to Vet Review. In this video, I'm going to talk about tongue of horse, dog, and pig. So first, let's start with tongue of horse. The tongue of horse is pink in color and has long cylindrical shape. Okay, the body is narrow and the apex is spatula shaped. So here we have the diagram. The dimensions and the proportions are a bit exaggerated just to show you the general characteristics. Of course, the tongue is not this much curved. Okay, so what I said, it is cylindrical. It is cylindrical, very blunt, and has a spatula-like shape. Okay, so this point is also very important. Which point? It has a long cylindrical shape and the apex is spatula shaped. Okay, circumvallate papillae are 2 in number. Okay, so remember in case of cattle, I said circumvallate papillae are 16 to 17 in number, so 7 to 8 on each side of the tongue. While in case of horse, there are only 2, so 1 on each side of the tongue. Then the median and transverse grooves are absent. Okay, so remember in case of ox, we said that this is the tongue and there's a lingual fossa or transverse groove. But in case of horse, there's no such thing. Okay, so filiform papillae are not sharp. It's not too much important point. Mainly the points that you have to remember is this long cylindrical shape, spatula shaped apex, 2 circumvallate papillae, median and transverse grooves are absent, and foliate papillae are present on either side of the root adjacent to the anterior pillar of the soft palate. Okay, this is also an important point. So in case of cattle, foliate papillae are absent. Okay, there we study lenticular papillae. But in case of horse, on either side of the root adjacent to the anterior pillar of the soft palate, we'll see foliate papillae. Okay, this is also a very, very important point. So now let us come to the tongue of dog. Again, the tongue is red in color and it is highly mobile. The circumvallate papillae are 2 to 3 in number on either side. Okay, focus on this thing, either side. In case of horse, there were 1 on each side. Okay, in total 2. Here on either side there are 2 to 3. So in total 4 to 6 circumvallate papillae are present. Foliate papillae are also present in case of dog and they are situated near the anterior pillar of the soft palate and they are not well developed. So location is the same as in the case of horse, but in horse foliate papillae are very much developed, while in case of dog they are not that well developed. Okay. Now again in dog the transverse groove or the lingual fossa is not present, but a median sulcus or a median groove is present and it divides the dorsal surface into 2 parts, okay, right and left parts. Here you can see, again I've exaggerated the proportions a little bit, but you can see the medial sulcus, it is dividing the tongue into 2 parts. Okay, and again foliate papillae are present on either side of the root of the tongue. Okay, this is important point, median groove. Now, ventral part of the tongue contains a cord-like fibrous body called lisa. Okay, on the ventral side, we'll see there's a cord-like structure, very fibrous, thick structure called lisa, which lies in the median plane beneath the ventral mucosa. It extends from almost the apex to root, but doesn't reach the hyoid bone. It is composed of dense fibrous connective tissue filled with adipose tissue, striated muscle fiber, vessels, and nerve. So the important thing is it is called lisa. It is cord-like fibrous body and extends from apex to the root but doesn't reach the hyoid bone. Okay. So this is it for the dog. Now let us come to the tongue of pig. So here again 2 to 3 circumvallate papillae are present. Frenum linguae are present, but there are 2. So in case of ox, horse and dog, only 1 frenum linguae is present, but in case of pig, 2 frenum linguae are present. Okay, foliate papillae are present just like in case of dog and horse, And at the dorsal surface of the root, a good number of caudally directed, sharp mechanical papillae are present. So we'll see a good number of conical papillae at the dorsal surface of the root of the tongue or the radix linguae. Okay. Then we have glosso-epiglottic fold, which is very well developed. In case of cattle, it is not that well developed, but in case of pig, it is very well developed. And lastly, the torus linguae is absent, just like in case of dog and horse. Okay, so not too much to point. Just you have to remember this conical papillae, foliate papillae, 2 frenum linguae, which is the uniqueness here, and 2 to 3 circumvallate papillae. And again, torus linguae is not present in either of the 3 species that we have discussed. But, the torus linguae is present in case of cattle. Okay, so this is it for this video. I hope you like this. If so, then hit the like button, share this video with your friends, and if you haven't, then subscribe to my channel. Thank you.